What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916, and you tuned in to another edition of my vlog. Want to say thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thanks for your support. Make sure you guys go and check out BigHerc916.com if you want some online life coaching, and holler at me, man. You know, I'm all about that positivity and that motivation. And somebody asked me, you know, one of the people who emailed in a question, they said, Big Herc, why is it so hard to be successful? And to be successful, you basically have to separate yourself from majority of the people that you currently socialize with, if you're not already successful, and change your whole way you get out as far as your habits, your work ethic. You gotta reprogram everything you've been taught. See, going through the public school system, daycare, all that stuff as a kid, you were taught to be a successful employee. You weren't taught to be successful as far as an independent business owner. You were taught to work for somebody else and be happy working hard for the next person. Once you talk about becoming a millionaire, just a millionaire, I mean somebody that has what they consider wealth, the statistics say you should have roughly 2.5 million cash in the bank or in a safe deposit box somewhere or liquid. That's wealth. 2.5 million, because you can leverage that. If you have 2.5 million, you can, you know, take half of that to another bank somewhere, and you could probably put a loan against that for, you know, upwards of 5 times that, maybe even more, you know, conservatively, as far as, you know, when it comes to you know, making moves. But when you start talking about people who have 2.5 million cash, not credit, you're probably getting down to I would say less than 5% of the world, probably closer to 3.5%. And then we start talking about people who have like in excess of $10 million cash, you know, you're getting down to probably the 1%. And you know, cash, you know, people think of cash, you think of guys who are, you know, cartel or you know, celebrities, athletes, hedge fund managers. It's a select few, man, and it's like getting into professional sports. Less than 1% of the people who play sports is going to make it to the professional level where they're getting paid the big dollars. You know, it's not easy, and you got to put in work, man. You got to practice. It's no different than, you know, dribbling a basketball 6 hours a day, or practicing throwing a football, you know, 6 hours a day, or, you know, working on, you know, studying you know, graphs for stock you know, movement, you know, 6-7 hours a day. I mean, everything takes time. You know, you have to apply yourself. You can't wake up one day and think that success is just gonna fall in your lap. What is building your body up over years of training and dieting, exercising. The same thing comes with success. And, you know, sometimes you see people because of social media and you think that, wow, man, how did that person attain that? Well, you really don't know how they're living beyond what you've seen on a post. You go to this person's house, you know, it might be a front, you know, they're living off of somebody else, or it's their girlfriend stuff, or their daddy stuff, or the uncle stuff, or the grandfather stuff. You know, a lot of times, you know, they put the image out there because it sells. Having material items makes it appear that you're very successful, and that's that's what we live in. That's the that's the climate of the culture, is materialism. But success is not just having material items; it's also having a mindset that you are a positive person. You're a well-spoken person. You're a person who likes to help others. There's a bunch of different things that encompass success. It's not just the fact that you have a Rolex, or you ride around in a McLaren, or you live in a big house, because there's a lot of people who have those things have been handed those things, and then they got egos, and they think they're better than other people, man. And it's not about that. It's about staying humble and elevating those around you. But I've realized, as far as to master my own personal success, I've had to eliminate a lot of people out of my life, and I really had to focus on me. Being successful is somewhat of a selfish journey, not in the fact that you don't care about those around you, but in order to be the best you can be, you have to put a lot of energy into self. You have to really have the discipline to go the extra step. I mean, a lot of times we're conditioned to do certain things, and we've been taught certain things, and these things have been ingrained in us from childhood. And it's no different than somebody who grew up around just a very affluent family, and wealth was ingrained in them at a young age. Starting your own business, own property, buy and sell. I mean, these are things that a lot of times people are brought up with that knowledge, which gives them the added advantage. And then if you go to school and you vacation with other people who think like-minded, then you're constantly on a wave of success. But if you're trying to break through and you don't have the luxury of having these people around you, you have to really do some soul searching. You have to strip yourself of all the misinformation that's kept you in a mental slavery state, an employee state, and reprogram yourself to be the boss, to be the employer, to be, the captain of your ship. And it takes some practice, man, because as you go on this journey, the people who have taught you all these things will look at you as though you're rebelling, that you don't respect what they've taught you, and you're going against the grain. So a lot comes with that. So just be prepared. But success is definitely within reach for anybody. I mean, it's more of a mind state and what you look at success as. Some people might look at success as, having a house and a mortgage and, 2 kids and a wife, and, they can vacation once a year. That might be success. And then other people, they're looking to, have a private jet, a yacht, an island, a vacation home in Italy, and a house up in, on the beaches of Miami, and then travel. So everybody's level of success is different, man. You just got to find where you want your level of success to be at, and just really tune in. Get around some people who can give you the game, and on your own, just start thinking as though you already have, believing in what you create in your mind. You have to live as though you are, and put images around you that are that are attracting that positive energy. Sometimes take a drive through a really nice neighborhood and picture yourself living there, and what your house would have inside of it if you lived in that house that you always wanted, and what kind of, bedroom would you have, what type of living room, and, what kind of car would you have in the driveway, what would your wife look like. You got to really narrow it down, and you gotta have that thing detailed. And the more detailed you put your vision, the easier it is for you to go about achieving that vision. But success, man, it's not elusive. It just requires discipline, and that's why only a small percentage of people have the highest level of success. Not saying that a lot of people aren't successful. There's a lot of people who are successful, who provide for their family, take care of their kids and their wife. But when if you're talking about wealth, having over $2.5 million cash in the bank, well, you start talking about a different level of success. So, hey man, stay focused. Always keep your eyes on your dream, and let's take this journey, man. Let's take it to the next level. Let's rebuild and create a new foundation, which is going to be built on positivity, goals, motivating, and being the best you can be. Big Herc 916.